Right.
I like the intro. It's nice. So, oh no! I'm like one step. I'm only like one, just one step away from doing Marcy from fucking the world's most offensive videos.
Oh god.
It's the Easter nigga, Charlie Brown. All the eggs are in.
Anyways, you guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. And let's keep going with our coverage for Ultimate Alliance 2. Let's go a little bit deeper into the gameplay. There's a couple things I forgot to mention. One of the big things, actually. You'll see the little flashing white star down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Yeah.
That is effectively your super gauge. That is what you are going to need to fill up by, putting together attacks and, doing damage. You'll fill up the circle going around it, and when you fill that up and actually get that star lit up, that'll give you access to team specials. Depending on who leads, well, literally depending on which character you have leading and which character you have as the backup, will determine what types of specials that you have access to. Like, they're basically classified into one of, I believe it was 3 categories.
Yeah.
Targeted, guided, and clearing.
Which targeted, clearing.
So you have Wolverine leading.
Targeted, clearing, guided.
So yeah, you've got one of each type with, at least with this setup.
Yeah.
I guess Wolverine would seem like, the balanced portion of this.
Which is strange to say that.
They didn't call it a soldier serum just for fun.
I noticed also, it looked like not Chivos. You weren't getting achievements, but it did look like in-game achievements kind of things for doing certain things.
Yeah, there are also in-game achievements, and doing those in-game achievements actually gives you badges.
Badges. Yeah, I did notice that the one badge was actually pretty sweet. It was like +1 something, +5% stamina.
Yeah, there we go, the boosts.
Yeah, boosts.
Now, the boosts are basically signified as various badges that you can get based on certain achievements. Well, based on certain achievements that you actually do in-game. Like, for example,
Super Soldier, this one.
Let's see, resist 5% of impact damage and +1 to melee.
Now, that's just continued on, or does it get used up or something like that?
No,
it's permanent?
It's equipment.
Ah, okay.
And here in the inventory, you can actually see, where to unlock it. Excuse me.
Going negative. You can pretty much guess from the looks of it as far as what to expect on how to get it. Now these are different. Now they also have basic combat and advanced combat badges. Fruit salad going on. They do.
Yeah, I think the advanced combat badges are like, extended boosts or like multiple types of boosts.
Nice.
Whereas you have attribute boosts. Let's see, basic combat.
Counter tactics? I don't think it was submission. Wow. I'm certain that you can just go to like GameFAQs.com and find how to unlock these if you really want to do that. Or you can play it off mysterious like and just do it. Go in there and try and open it up.
And that's actually one of the great things about this game, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, although the material itself is familiar, as far as just the characters, the story, the setting, the gameplay.
The tried and true gameplay.
It's all tried and true, but just with unlocking the different boosts just by, doing stuff in-game, it's kind of a nice surprise.
Yeah. And it looks like you can hold up to 3 at any point in time with each character?
It's for your team.
Ah. Speaking about teams, team bonuses. Now, I don't know if they did this in Ultimate Alliance 1, but the fact that if you arrange the teams in certain ways, like from the original groups that they hail from.
They did in Ultimate Alliance 1, actually.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, I liked it here.
But yeah, it's very nice to see that this is one of the earlier... It's very nice to see one of the earlier Marvel games that has such a huge crossover lineup actually promoting team composition.
Yeah.
Actually giving the player the opportunity to really just go ahead and experiment with who you have on your team, who you have as far as leading off your double team attacks.
Oh, also their clothes.
Now the costumes, that's actually the one downside I see to this.
Oh?
In that, in Ultimate Alliance 1, each of the characters had, each of the characters had 3 alternate costumes that you could unlock.
And this one, only one?
This one is only the one.
Eesh.
And in order to unlock it, for some characters, it's basically, killing 50 opponents, killing 50 enemies with that character, whether after choosing pro-registration or anti-registration, basically. So, say, for Iron Man, it'd be pro-registration, anti, stuff like that.
Yeah. Huh.
But it's just... It kind of takes away from it for me, because considering the history behind all these characters, there are so many different designs, so many different outfits, so many different looks
Wolverine
that they've had
alone.
over the years. Wolverine alone. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, in Ultimate Alliance 1 for Spider-Man, his 3 alternate outfits were the black suit, the red and gold Stark suit, and the Scarlet Spider.
Speaking about Stark, Iron Man, another person who has more clothes than
Jesus
sets.
Christ.
More costume changes than sets. Even fucking United Soldier, even Captain America. God damn it. Even Captain America has had design changes over the years. If you remember the original World War II clothes, with the bandolier and bullshit.
Yeah.
Basically everything that was in the original Captain America movie.
Yeah, everything that was in the first Captain America. And I honestly would have liked it if they had... Well, of course, they weren't that far in the story by this point.
This is 2010.
Yeah, so they weren't already at that point where Captain America was actually the acting director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind seeing a Marvel Ultimate Alliance with considering the current storyline going on with the movies.
Oh my goodness.
That would be a badass tie-in.
I would love to see a new Ultimate Alliance game.
I know you don't have it unlocked on this game file. I know. By the way, folks, he has another game file of these where he hasn't touched it since 2012, but he's got everybody but the Hulk unlocked. And fucking that's Thor over there in the upper left if you're looking over there. And if you consider tying in with Thor and Loki with the Dark World that just came out recently, which I also haven't seen.
Yeah, actually,
That's something to see.
Back in Ultimate Alliance 1, one of the main areas that you went to was Asgard.
Yeah. Now this game does give us one thing that actually ties us in from our last game session. That was the Deadpool level, the Deadpool zone, where he's literally running what would you call it? A pro-reg anti-reg, just a anti-reg game.
Actually, in this it's a little bit different as far as where you find Deadpool. But you know what? I'm almost tempted to just go ahead and load. Go ahead and load one of the other game files and actually go back to playing that.
Go for it. I don't mind. Actually, while you're doing that, let's bring up visual or audio. Now, I like hearing them yell heroically. And even, I swear to God, I just heard him go, shield charge, when he threw the shield. The fact that he's just throwing the shield at every given second, that's happiness to me. That's joy.
Let's see, HQ, Stark Tower. Yeah, let's do that. Now, one other small negative that I have with the game is the load times. The load times are a little on the long side, just a touch.
Some people would say that loading is necessary for a game, for a smooth level. I'm not one of those types of people. It ain't even like I'm being the PC master race over here, but there are games on the PC which there is no loading. And we are of a sufficient technology that loading shouldn't be a thing. This is not a thing. It shouldn't be.
Of course, this game was, again, from back in 2010.
But that's still during the halcyon. That's like
Superhuman Registration Act earlier this week. Forced to choose a side.
I would also like to point out that even though we haven't heard a lot of it, I'm actually quite happy with the voice acting. And the sounds are pretty good too.
Can you believe this is really
Oh yeah,
going
let me go ahead
down?
and turn this up a little.
The act kicks in at midnight. But word is Shield's gonna be here sooner than that.
For those of you who don't know, Ace got a kicking badass fucking TV from Craigslist.
Yeah.
I don't know how he fucking does this. He's just got like this devil nipple fucking magic or something going on. It's like he bats his eyes at Craigslist and just, it goes, okay, and melts or some shit. The shit don't happen to me. I get on Craigslist and it's just a big ass motherfucker looking at me going, what? I'm just like, I just want a new computer. It's
Hold
like,
on, you were
fuck
mentioning
you.
the voice acting
I
though.
parsed the numbers.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Absolutely can't rebel against the government on this. If we do, the consequences.
Can't be any worse than burning the Constitution.
You're exaggerating. This is a temporary measure. Once things settle down.
I ain't buying it, Reed. And I can't believe somebody as brainy as you would.
I like his voice.
Oh,
Cage is
hello.
nice.
Good timing. Perhaps you can talk some
And Reed
sense into
sounds
Mr.
just as
Cage.
whiny as he
He
should
and
be.
Iron Fist seem determined to get arrested.
He's the one who needs a reality check. But good luck getting anywhere with that.
The other thing is, you know what I find interesting when it comes to voice acting? When there is an obvious interruption, you know, and then somebody waits a full fucking second and then interrupts. The fact that they just got it like dead on right there, that's nice. That's nice. Seriously, that's like how that's what I seriously
It's
classify as.
the
like,
interaction.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
interaction between the characters is just,
But-
it's
Ooh,
almost
XP.
distressingly well done.
Yeah, XP. There's another XP back there.
Are you sure you can get us to Cap without leading them right to him?
Got it covered. You just stick with me.
But what about the rest? How can we convince...
They're gonna have to make their own choice.
That's Bucky.
Stark Richards
It just dawned on me.
That's
obviously a lost
Patriot.
cause.
Oh, my bad.
For me.
As evidence that superheroes are
Well, speak of the devil. So you folks made up your minds yet? From what I hear, they ain't gonna give you much more time to sit on the fence.
Now, one thing that Activision actually brings into this that I guess they kind of cribbed from Mass Effect is the conversation trees.
Oh shit.
And again, how you answer, it's like how you answer each question or how you respond in each instance. You know, you're either neutral, diplomatic, or aggressive, and it actually not only does it affect how the others respond to you in those dialogue instances, but it also, I believe, it also affects
The ending.
not just the ending, but it's actually something. It's actually something in game. It's something in the mechanics. I think it.
What, like a relationship meter or something? Whether they like you more or not?
I think it's something like, the more aggressive.
Oh.
Basically, the more aggressive or the more antagonistic you are towards certain characters, then they won't heal as much when you try to
What?
recover them. It's that sort of thing.
That's kind of cool and like, whoa, wait. 'Cause what if you want to play an asshole the whole way through? The way Wolverine should be played.
Then that's basically you deciding to make the game harder for yourself.
Well, it still adds that kind of interaction to it, that level of interaction.
And then there's also the fact that certain characters actually have special conversations with certain other characters when you're in the HQ hubs.
Just as they should, to be quite honest. Now, I just want to throw this out there for the visual. Some of the characters I don't know on sight. I know that comics and other mediums, there's always going to be that chance, that 5% chance that they're not going to look the way they should from the original comics. But, like, that doesn't look like Jean Grey. When you first popped up this game file, I thought it was a bunch of characters that you made that were original. And I was like, just know that was just in their alternate costumes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still, like, looking back there, I could not tell that's Iceman. Wolverman, I only know because he looks like Wolverman, but he doesn't look like Wolverine.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he puts a mask on and suddenly, oh, that's Wolverine. In the meantime, he looks like a Korean knockoff from, like, Space Adventure Friends.
I ain't no government puppet.
Luke Cage looks like Luke Cage. I'm sorry. They gave him a chain belt with his name at the end for a buckle. That's badass. That's Cage, baby.
And here again we have the aggressive, neutral, or diplomatic.
Yeah.
trees.
Glad to hear it. We're gonna need some real heroes to get through this thing.
That don't look like Jean Grey. It just does not look like Jean Grey. Now on the other
Hair
hand,
needs to be redder.
yes, yes. Now on the other hand, you also got, you know, Spider-Man who looks just like Spider. I mean, when they got the mask on, they look exactly the way they should, and some of these characters look perfect, like Luke Cage. But once again, then you got Jean Grey, and it's like, who the fuck's this bitch? You know, is she just an imposter, and nobody else but us realizes
Captain
this?
Charge.
Hey, they've done shit like that before in the comics. You know what I mean? The other thing is, once again, I need to point out, white Nick Fury. I just can't accept that anymore. I can't accept a Nick Fury that's not Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Just
Cap took out a
straight
lot
up.
of those losers without breaking a sweat. I bet you could.
And I
do
could
the
see
same.
that situation happening. Luke Cage going, "Come on, my brother," and Samuel L. would be up in his face. "Do not call me your brother, brother. I do not know you."
Wow.
There you go, XP. So
Yeah,
like
the only reason there's XP around is because, you know, during my first playthrough, I had already picked up the item that was actually supposed to be there.
ah,
But let's see. I mean,
but this is a game where you can utilize items and shit.
well, I think the items were more like, you know, audio logs and
Ooh.
audio logs and boost badges.
Which boost badges are good.
Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to see who else is
Hold on.
around here. Actually, you know what? I know what. You notice how there's like exclamation points?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, that is how you can tell where you'll be able to get like special conversations with certain characters.
Now, you know, for all that I've been dogging on the visual, I gotta admit it still looks smoother than anything from its from previous iterations. And
Hello,
that's
Bishop.
and that's especially considering X-Men Legends. It's not like okay, when I came in here, Ace was on here playing Final Fantasy fucking 7 on this big ass TV screen, and all we could tell was how it was basically Final Fantasy the Legos. It was like the Legoland Final Fantasy 7.
It's so blocky.
It's so blocky. And you know, X-Men Legends 1 and 2 are good, but you gotta admit, they're way rougher than what we're seeing here.
Of course.
Yes. Of course! Wow.
But it was
That was almost U level.
but it was based on the tech that was available at the time.
True. But they still do a pretty good job on the presentation here. Especially because even though Jean Grey doesn't look good from the neck up, she looks fucking perfect from the neck down. Then again, so does Bishop. I don't like the fact that he doesn't have the cornrows. I have never liked the fact that they gave up the cornrows that he had in the 90s. The cornrows was his look, baby. For real. I know y'all can't see it, but Ace over here nodding going, yeah, actually, yes. I mean, hell, Luke Cage is the bald black bastard. We don't need two bald black bastards in this game. The only other... Diplomatic. I like that. Diplomatic. He looks like Urkel with shades.
Wow.
He looks like fucking Steven what's-his-face with the shit. Stefan with the fucking, you know...
No one's got a better reason
With some
to be better
creatine.
than I do. I'm telling you, this is the way
Oh,
it's gotta
shit. No, seriously. The only other bald black bastard you can have in a game like this would be Samuel L. Jackson. And that's because even when he's bald, he's Samuel L. Jackson, goddammit.
Yep.
Don't be so sure. There's no way the cops or S.H.I.E.L.D. would have handled it with a slugfest in the middle of a suburban neighborhood. Look,
No, there would have been a
I can't
shootout.
make the decision.
Yeah.
Just remember,
That's the other thing. You were mentioning earlier about X-Men and the X-Men lore versus the Crisis, or versus Civil War. Where, yeah, that was, you know, during the Sentinels, when they were showing up and the mutant registration was a big thing, and, you know, that did not end well. There was never a good, happy ending to that. But that's kind of what makes X-Men good in that sense, you know what I mean? And then you got Civil War, where it's like, it's just the same goddamn mistakes all over again. So yeah, in this game, it corrects the, speaking of storyline, it corrects the Civil War bullshit by allowing you to go straight anti-reg.
But on top of that, I mean, there are... Well,
and so, in a worst-case scenario, we'd find ourselves in the equivalent of a superpowered civil war.
Name drop!
Heroes so busy fighting each other, the criminals get a free pass.
Exactly. That's where you and the Thunderbolts would come in, Melissa. We need you to help S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wasn't
keep
there,
crime
yeah,
under
there was
control
a
while we
fake
focus on
hero team that came up during Civil War, but they were really all bad guys, and
which
then...
was the Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
seem to be. We need
Spoiler!
to prevail at a time like this.
Oh, put him in
There's
his fucking face.
morality
And there's
So anyway, so the difference between the Civil War and this?
personal issues
But
with
then
the
there's
war,
also just the
but I
simple
also
fact
have
that
hard evidence that if we rebel
there-
against it,
there
the entire
is
world's future
actually
will
a
be
point-
imperiled. So
there's a
really
point
only
basically
one sane
where
choice
a
here.
monkey wrench gets thrown into the whole Civil War itself. Like, you know, everybody's fighting against each other,
Yeah.
and then there's some janky shit going on behind the scenes that just throws everything to pot.
And that shows up in the game.
Yep.
Good, goddammit. It at least makes more sense in the long run when it comes to the Civil War itself in this.
I'm not saying the SRA is evil, but going down a path we know leads to disaster.
God, I
is
hate
certainly
Reed Richards.
irresponsible
So
and
anyway,
foolish.
even though my hair's coming out like his, hey, you know, I got that salt and pepper and I'm starting to get that straight up in my sideburns.
I'm not sure that's been determined. Incarceration, most likely. Those who violently resist might accidentally be harmed.
And that's acceptable to him?
Of course not. But anyone who openly resists law enforcement should know the risk they're taking.
God, I hate Reed
I
Richards.
can't discuss
So
this
anyway,
indefinitely.
audio, visual,
I
there you
hope
go.
we make the intelligent
Visual,
choice here.
it's good, but really, honestly, you know what we've been complaining about is more design than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not even arguing about the artwork or how the game plays, which it plays awesome. You know, it's just the fucking designs. It's like, I mean, look at these guys. Look at these guys. Here we go. And then you got Jean Grey, the original look, but then you get and Sue Storm. And strangely enough, when they have the mask on, it's perfect. The moment the mask is off on any of these characters, I mean, yeah, oh, even Aurora, I'll say, no, man, there's something off with her face. It's like a porn star trying to act out as a superheroine instead of,
Yeah.
you know, that's not the real, like, what's her face, Lisa Ann for Sarah Palin?
Oh, Tina Fey, you mean?
No, I meant Lisa Ann, the porn star.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, she made a great Sarah Palin.
Oh.
But yeah, it's like Tina Fey for Sarah Palin instead of Sarah Palin. Now, I mean, go back one, would you? Like, seriously, this is Nick Fury. He's so not black.
Amongst other things.
Yeah, it looks kind of like he's got that techno virus. He looks mad. I'm pretty certain if Spider-Man took off... I mean, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, most of these characters do not look like the characters they're supposed to be portraying, and that kind of weirds me out a little bit. It's like we're slightly in the uncanny valley here. I bet if the Hulk was... Oh, whoa, what? Okay, that's actually kind of badass.
Remember, that suit actually did have the extra arms, though.
I don't remember that.
Mhm.
Oh, well. Look at him. Put his mask on, god damn it.
Actually, in the first
There we go.
Ultimate Alliance, Wolverine's default outfit was actually just, you know, t-shirt, jeans, and dog tags.
The way it should be, though, kind of, considering. Now, that was around the time where not the Wolverine origin, but the other
But the
one.
X-Men movies.
Yes. So so a lot of that can be felt here. But still, design-wise, we're still going to bitch and complain about it. So that's audio-visual, some gameplay. See, that still doesn't look like Iceman. It's something about his hair and his gauntlets. So, price point. How much did this cost coming out in 2010, and how much do you think it should cost now?
Coming out in 2010, this actually came out at, I believe it came out at the full $59-$60 back then. Now,
I'd say kind of worth it. I'd say worth it back then.
yeah, back then definitely.
Yeah.
Now, don't expect to find it over 20.
I'd say that's probably being generous, dude.
Yeah, over
For
20.
a game 3 years old.
Over 20 is pushing it.
Hey, that reminds me. GameFly is having a big-ass $15 sale, yo. I just got the pop on my email today.
Nice.
So I might actually pop on some of those games. But honestly, I might also wait for the $10 sale. So yeah, I would actually counter and say anywhere from 10 to 20. You are right. I would say 20 as a high end, a high note. Here's an important question: are there any DLC in this motherfucker?
There are actually some DLC characters. Unfortunately, and this is where we get into Activision being douchey.
Uh-oh.
Because at this point, the online servers that actually hosted the information for the DLC characters are no longer online.
So you don't have access to buying those, or if you bought them, you're just shit out of luck?
If you bought them, then you have them.
But if you didn't, you're shit out
if
of
you
luck.
didn't, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of sucks.
So let's see, there were characters like Juggernaut, for example.
Oh my
you could
god!
you could have actually gotten Juggernaut.
Oh shit, the Juggernaut, bitch!
But yeah, you know, Activision no longer supporting any of the online content for this.
Yeah, that sounds like Activision.
I think this might have been due to the simple fact that they wound up losing the licensing rights after a while.
That'll explain that. Holy shit. The kind of things that affects your gaming. But you don't really need these characters to play the game, but at the same time, it would have been cool as fuck to have big head Juggernaut all over the fucking place. Jughead Nada like a motherfucker. Hanging out with fucking Deadpool and Black Tom Cassidy.
Now, I know
They had to have had Black Tom as a character. You can't have Juggernaut and not have Black Tom, you know what I mean? Comics-wise.
Okay, so I'm at a point where I can't access the computers, which means I can't go back to any of the earlier points of the story and show you, the scene where Deadpool actually shows up. You know what? You can just find the footage of it on YouTube.
Oh, this game. XP. You know I'm a whore when it comes to things like that. You know what I mean? Collectibles. Oh my.
Hey, good times, huh?
Very.
Yeah.
I can. The government's always wanted to take us down a peg. Now they see their chance. But Cap showed us what we need to do.
Yeah. Give me a moment to put my tongue back in my mouth.
If we had time, I'd tell you some stories about S.H.I.E.L.D. Just trust me. World peace isn't at the top of their priority list.
She does have a point, though, you know?
Yeah.
Between you and me, I hope so. I have no intention of registering. And we're gonna need a leader.
Public safety. My only issue that I'm seeing also is that there's not a lot of Deadpool-esque, like, the lines are for anybody who's currently your leader.
Well,
if you had any sense, you'd see it too. Look,
well, again,
personal
Deadpool
freedom is
and
what Cap's fighting for. This is your choice to make. I know which way I'm going. Hopefully you
Green
do.
Goblin. Excuse me. That was cool.
basically it's one of those things where, only
Who do I kill?
only with certain character combinations do you actually get like the unique dialogue in the conversation trees.
My bad.
You asked for it.
By a team of superheroes just before the Stanford incident.
Wow. So.
But we're almost getting to that point.
Oh wow. Well, let's see. DLC, Activision, price point, audiovisual, gameplay, storyline, even then some. Is there anything we're forgetting? No, there's something we're forgetting.
What we're forgetting is what we should be hitting next.
Brass tacks?
Yep.
Let's do it. Brass tacks! That's some gaming. That's some fucking gaming right there.
Never before, and I can honestly say this, never before have I seen such a relatively simple game with so much history behind it. But the thing is, that's how it is with just about every single Marvel game out there. I mean, even all the way up to X-Men Destiny.
Anything that had started off with a comic series, yeah, transferring it to a video game medium, you're going to have to address the drama, the arc, the history that lays behind that fucking product. Same thing like what with Deadpool. We brought up there too, the same thing, where you can't just have Deadpool in it. You gotta have little shout-outs, little call-outs, or callbacks, little the points of history that makes that character who and what they are. And you do get it in this.
Yeah, and with a game like Ultimate Alliance 2, there's such a huge roster, and since the story itself covers such a groundbreaking, such a world-spanning event.
Hey, Maso Orochi Ultimate 2 had like what 5,400 characters, 10,000 song remixes, 20,000 different DLC points, and at least 200,000 backgrounds.
No, dude, no, just hold on. Sit back for a second. Close your eyes and imagine Marvel Muso.
No.
You're welcome.
I remember when that was called the Infinity Crisis, so no. You know what really gets me? You ever seen those Facebook advertisements or advertisements on the internet which aren't quite English?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, learning of the jewels of infinity now. And it had fucking Thanatos. And I'm just like, that's fucking offensive. Okay? I'm rarely offended by stuff, but that got me. You know what I mean? Poverty, abject destruction, dehumanized slavery, and misquoting the fucking Infinity Gauntlet crisis. Fuck you!
Wow.
You learning of the jewels you never knew before. Motherfucker, this isn't Street Fighter Cross Tekken. What the fuck? But this is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. The game delivers, but there's that but.
It delivers on a lot of points, but
the visual aspect, the Activision aspect, which, don't get it twisted, tried and true Activision, but then again, the DLC practice that we, certainly I, but I think I speak for both of us, when I say we stand against. You're not going to have DLC out there and just take it away later on. I mean, at least give us a way to buy it somewhere off the internet off a bunch of Koreans or something.
At least.
Please. I mean, it's the least you can do. I mean, once again, that's going to really neg it for me a little bit. I'm just being point blank.
And as far as the visuals, it's not like the game looks bad at all. I mean,
it's like walking into, once again, it's like walking into a 99-cent store and then finding Super Joe and Friends, and it's a G.I. Joe with SpongeBob and like fucking Optimus Prime, and they're all Korean knockoffs.
Even in their default outfits, there are a good number of the characters that the designs just didn't really
pan.
Yeah, they didn't really jibe well.
The fact that they only gave you one other outfit, which is weird.
Yeah, cutting. And the thing is, with the other alternate costumes in Ultimate Alliance 1, those actually had different ability sets to go with that. So that's further customization of the characters, further personalization of your favorite heroes and villains that was just cut out.
You're taking away gaming from us. You're taking away options, and that's never good. Whenever somebody says we're trying to make it more accessible, it is an immediate code word for bad. That is something you just should not. Just the moment I hear more accessible, I tend to walk away. The only time I didn't was with Skyrim, and it's Skyrim. Come on, that's what you're gonna do.
But what this game does get right, what this game does exceptionally well,
presenting the Civil War.
Presenting the material, yes. Again, seriously, the events of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is what I would consider Civil War done right. I mean, if Ultimate Alliance 2 were actually redone as a series of graphic novels retelling the story of the Civil War, basically retconning all the old Marvel bullshit, I would be happy. I would be happy enough that I'd actually start, buying and reading mainstream comics again.
Well, but we're not here for comics. We're here for games. And with this game, we gotta give up brass tacks. So you ready? You first for me.
Go for it.
Okay. 7. Where I stand at this game, it's a solid 7. It's not a bad 7, and it's a good 7. I mean, it's you're what, B plus? You can't really. You should be happy with that. I mean, would I suggest it for somebody to buy right now? Shit, yes. At anywhere from like $10 to $20. Come on, that's like 2 to 4 Subways right there, if that. You can certainly get this game and get more entertainment out of it than 4 freaking Subways. You're fine with it. Go for the game. 7. Ace?
I would also go ahead and give this one a 7 out of 10. Now, again, a 7 by no means is bad. I mean, this is a damn solid game.
Play it. Buy it, play it, enjoy it.
Buy it, play it, enjoy it. I mean, if you're looking for a comic book franchise game and you don't necessarily want to be stuck with just playing as one character like, say, Spider-Man or Batman.
Deadpool.
or Deadpool even. If you're looking for a comic book franchise game where you can experience playing as multiple characters, go for Ultimate Alliance 2. You can't really go wrong with Ultimate Alliance 2.
No, that
you can do better.
Yeah.
You can certainly do better than Ultimate Alliance 2.
And who knows? Maybe they will someday. Maybe we'll get a sequel that's just fucking awesome. But this isn't God Hand. This isn't Gungrave OD. This isn't Gungrave. This isn't.
It's none of
Bayonetta.
It's none of those, but it's still good in its own right.
Yeah.
So
7.
Go ahead. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Back before Activision started getting really, really bad.
But hey, at least you can enjoy it, and that's what the games are there for, right?
So
yeah,
get out there and enjoy it.
If I may, really quick, starting next week, and y'all know how I've been doing it. Thomas Duder, author of the things, outside of my other 7 or 8 different names. I told Asshole Rock and Roll, Richard Nixon, JDW, you get the one.
Mm-hmm.
The dual launch party for Taboo 1, Where's the Beef, and Taboo 2, Magic and Mayhem, part 1 of the Mayhem arc from the Generalist. That's going down on Facebook next week. So if y'all want to join me, Ace will be there. We'll be doing some giveaways. I'll be bringing back the murder game. Some of you may not remember what that is. I think I actually mentioned it the last time on here. The It's My Party and I'll Slay If I Want To.
Yeah.
This one's called It's My Party and I Will Slay If I Want To.
Oh, God.
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. But no, I actually have 5 new I've got a bunch of new methods to kill people with. I'm allowing 3 more people to join into the game, including 2 returners. One via storyline, one that earned the right to return last time. The Italian Brats.
Yeah.
Yes. And all of my usual peeps will be there. So, come on down, say hello, mingle, download my stuff, buy my stuff, support your local hooligans. Oh, you can also now catch my stuff, my books being sold at Reset Games, at our local shop, Reset Games. And also at Bellingham Finders and Keepers.
Yeah,
They got...
I saw the pic you put up on Facebook.
Yeah! Hey, gotta give it to me.
Good,
man. And if y'all have ever been to Bellingham Finders and Keepers, you would see why we're in support of the place. The place is fucking awesome. Dude, and it looks even better now. They kind of moved around stuff in the middle.
Oh.
So, dude, yeah. Oh, my God. When I went there, they had a fucking fairy tale box set. Dude, they had the game guide to Oblivion. I had to walk out at that point in time or I'd have spent money. But, I have no trouble with spending money. It's just, I wasn't there to spend money right then and there. They also had, what brought me to there that day was they had this really cool Coca-Cola train. There was like only 100 of these fuckers that were sold on QVC. I went in there thinking, well, I could have sworn that my baby girl Alex was like into trains and shit. I found out, no, that was her uncle. But it was my bad. Thank God, because I went in there. One of the owners goes, yeah, that's $4.50, and I'm like, the collector in my head is going, that's worth more than $4.50. No, $450. Move that decimal point. So yeah. But thankfully, I called up baby girl, and she's all like, no, I'm not into trains. That's my uncle. I'm like, well, thank God. I was thinking about your uncle at the time. Because I would never be the kind of boyfriend who would, not remember that you're not into trains.
It's okay.
So catch me. No, so just you can go to thepenismysword.com or catch me at the usual facebook.com/author of the things to find out more about getting in on this. Otherwise, I'm going to be sending invites to everybody this Friday. The party starts next Friday, ends next Sunday. Let's get some people down there talking about the books.
And hey, it's the release of Taboo 2. Come on, if you've been reading the Generalist from Taboo 0, then yeah, you can expect some shit.
Speaking of which, this is the battle. This is the arc where the battle with Dash versus the Fire Elemental goes down. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
My editor loved that. My editor fucking loved that one. Another thing, also, I got hit up at Jack in the Box by a random dude. Well, not a random dude. Dude that works there. He'll say, yeah, hey, dude, if you check this out, what's up, bro? Yeah, I went down there because, janky ass tacos and some Sprizzle. No ice Sprite on that. But, and he goes, yeah, I read it. It was really good. And I'm like, cool. So I was going for free. And I was like, you want the sequel for free? Here you go. Now I'm giving sort like that. And I'm going to be giving away a lot of stuff. Also, Kickstarter's coming up soon. So I can actually sell books at the Pacific City Comic Con, which we both already stayed over here, that we're both going to. Both as the Hooliganz and represent comics. But if you don't see me at the table, you're going to probably see him walking around with the flag. So he has said. So, yeah.
Or this.
I'll look 'em up. Look for the cap and the mean looking face logo. Which, by the way, I got really clean, really nice with some of that fucking tonic water or whatever. No, it was the seltzer water. That was club soda. That shit cleaned it up like a charm, man. Some weird stains on it. Don't ask me for that.
So,
Marvel vs. because we're here for the games. Ultimate Alliance 2. Let's get to 7.
7 out of 10.
Catch.
Pick it up at your... This is one of those where you can pick it up at your leisure and just...
Gamefly, GameStop, your local GameStop, your local
whatever
game shop.
Just get down and enjoy some comic book game.
Borrow it from a friend.
So...
Unless you have the Xbox One.
No.
Actually, didn't they change that? But they can like patch it in at any time. Oh yeah. There's that.
But either way, until the next review, and
shit.
hell, we'll probably even see you at the release party. But until then,
Catch you in the comments. Catch you in the shoutouts.
yep, I'm Blazing Ace Nelson,
I am that bastard from Bellingham,
and
we are the Hooliganz, and you're not.
We'll see you later.
Oh.